You are a mom. You clean the house, you cook the meals, you do the laundry, you love your kids, you kiss their boo-boos. You are a wife. Among all of that, you may even work a part-time, full-time, or be an entrepreneur with a side hustle or a full-time hustle. And in the middle of all that, everyone needs you all the time. And you are sick of doing all of the work and reaping none of the benefits. You're pouring out all of the time, doing everything for everyone. Everyone needs mom to do something. And those sweet times that used to fill your soul of cuddles and those little baby mommy I love you just aren't enough to help you keep going anymore. Sometimes you feel like you just want to be wanted for you, to be held, to be cuddled, to be valued for existing rather than your productivity and the cleanliness of your house. But every time you break down, you feel selfish and weak and like you are a subpar mom. Today, we're going to talk about needing time for yourself and what that actually means. Do you miss having time for Jesus and yourself, but you're drowning in the responsibilities of motherhood? If so, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Cheryl, wife, girl mom, and Jesus lover. I learned the not-so-secret ways to become the mom my girls needed by prioritizing Jesus back into mom life. If you're ready to build faith while washing dishes, rediscover your identity, and love yourself like your babies do, go grab your earbuds and lock that bathroom door for a minute alone. It's time for Mom. My entire journey as a mom, I've been told that I have to make time for myself. Go get massages, go out with a friend, read a book, go for walks. Just get away. Take time for me. And I have largely ignored this advice because when we only had one kid, I was fine. I could keep up with it as long as I stayed focused and stayed away from my phone, and I didn't try to do much outside of that. And this was with a child, with a husband, and working part-time as a church staff member. But then we had our second kid, and it seemed impossible to keep up, especially right now. We're in the training phase, which means that our kids are mostly capable, but they need a lot of training. They need guidance, they need help, and it's not a permanent season, and we're starting to see progress. But I do find myself often burnt out, exhausted, sometimes depressed, because I'm just so done doing things for people. So done with that. And the sanity of any person can only take so much of everything that you do being undone in 5 seconds. Living room was clean, vacuumed. Why are there cracker crumbs on it? Where did that even come from? They didn't have crackers. Why are there toys all over everything? The play area covered with toys because I think they take the smallest things possible and just like spread them everywhere. Kids, yep, they do that. Table, it was clean 2 seconds ago. Now it's sticky. It's covered in crumbs. Clothes, how do you have something yellow on your clothes? You had raw oatmeal on their request. It's like my youngest favorite thing. She loves raw oatmeal. And my clothes, ugh, so much stuff on it. Boogers, food, dirt. It's just, yeah, good luck. And I often find myself just needing to do something that can't be undone by my children being children. Something that I don't have to do every day, but also something that wouldn't die if I forget about it. And that is a place that I reached. I needed something that I could do for me. I said the word. I had to do something for myself. Ah, so terrible. And yeah, I did have to work through some mom guilt on that one. So I thought about what I really enjoy, and there's two things that I can talk myself into doing that I don't feel very guilty about. And one is I love to make from scratch pasta. We're from a gluten-free, dairy-free house because of dietary necessity, and it is actually really fun and almost therapeutic to like hand-roll tortellini, and they are so good. And the other thing that I love doing is sewing. Now, being in the training phase with a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, it's not conducive to make pasta from scratch. Someday soon I'll get to do that again, but right now it's just not. But what I did decide to go ahead and start doing is sewing. I I would repair clothes, which was like, meh, not all that fun. But I did find that I absolutely loved upcycling old clothes and even making new garments from sheets or fabric that I found for free or cheap. And making garments, it gets me so excited, as does the upcycling, and it just scratches that creative itch that I have yet to find a way to scratch that with my kids. Best of all, there's a purpose behind this hobby. It will not die. It does benefit my family, and it does not get destroyed in 5 minutes by my two little miniature hurricanes. And that's what I had to do. I had to find something for myself. My husband will often drag me kicking and screaming out of the house because he knows if I get out of the house, I will actually enjoy myself, but it's a struggle. but but he finds it worth it. So that's what we do. He drags me out and we have fun once we get there. It is hard to break free of the guilt because, all these expectations that we put on ourselves of having to care for our kids and nurture our kids and do this for our kids and that for our kids. And then, oh, wait, we're married. We should probably spend time with our husband too, not just our kids. Or wait, we have a job. Oh, now we need to spend time with our husband and our kids. And then we have to keep up with all the housework and do this and do that. And you do need to take times for you. Why? Why do you need to take time for yourself? Well, you are mom, and you're not going to be able to serve your family from a place of emptiness. You can only go so far before all that's left is bitterness and anger and hurt and frustration if nothing you do fills you up. That's why I wake up at 5 a.m. and read my Bible, because that is one of the things that fills me. If I don't do that, I notice a massive shift in my attitude. And I remember that, okay, I do need to do this because it actually makes me a better mom to do that for myself. And maybe you don't have to deal with mom guilt. Awesome. Kudos to you if you don't. But I do. I did. Sometimes I still do. I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. But you do need to find things that help you be a better mom. Because when mom goes down, it can get real ugly in the house. It can. In order to avoid mom going down, taking time is a necessity. And there are some different ways to do that. There are some moms that find that exercise, aside from their health, exercise fills them up. Should you be exercising? Probably. From personal experience, my body can take about 5 years of neglect before I need to change something and get my body to a healthier place. Otherwise, I can't do things because my body has, what's the word? Degraded? I don't think that's the right word, but you know what I mean. My body is just unhealthy and it can't do stuff and it hurts and it's ugh. Another thing that you can do are those hobbies. Reading books to me, I kind of consider that a hobby. Gardening. There's so many women that find happiness in gardening because it, again, has a purpose. It gets you out in the sunshine. It's something you can teach your kids. Time with Jesus is so, I don't think this should be negotiable. You need time with Jesus at the night, at nap time, in the morning. You got to make time for Jesus. Sleep is hard as a mom because, well, kids wake up in the middle of the night, whether they were sleeping too deep and they wet the bed, or you have a 2-year-old like mine and you're in the middle of potty training and she doesn't always make it through the night, and she'll wake up and she needs to go potty, but she's not awake enough to do it by herself, and you have to wake up and walk her in there, and so on and so on and so on. But you need sleep, because if you don't have sleep, one, your attitude is massively affected by lack of sleep. But the other thing is your immune system will become compromised and you'll get sick, and your little germ machines will get you sick because they bring everything home. You need sleep to stay healthy physically and mentally. And that does need to be a priority. Maybe you have been sleep deprived for the last 6 years, and your time with Jesus is you doing the dishes with an earbud in your ear and the Bible app on, and that is okay. There is no guilt or shame in that, but you still need to do it. You need to prioritize things to keep you healthy so that you can serve your family in a way that you want to. Because if you just ignore yourself, eventually you're not going to be able to serve them anymore. So I would love to hear your takeaways. I would love to hear what you have done. And I'd love if you could share it with others. We do have a chat set up. And if you wanted to head over to bit.ly/momlifechat, you could leave a comment and I would love to hear it. The other thing you could do is you could email me at CherylDavisAuthor@gmail.com. And I would love to hear what you have done to refill yourself. Like I said, for me, it's sewing. That's what I do. I can do it about twice a month, and that really fills me. I also have a couple of YouTubers that are sewists that I follow, and even just getting to watch them make things and learn new techniques, it fills me. So don't discount even the smallest thing that fills you. Don't discount that. You need filled, because if you don't, you're gonna crash. You're gonna burn. And that crash can get ugly. I mean, am I the only mom that's just, cried in the shower because she was done? I don't think I am. Take that little bit of time for yourself. It's not selfishness. It's staying healthy so you can serve your family. It's keeping your mind healthy so you can serve your family from a place of love instead of bitterness. You can do this, Mama. It's okay. Life is hard as a mom, and you are doing a wonderful job. It might not seem like it sometimes, but one of these days you're going to look back and you're going to be like, okay, you know what? I did all right. I did good. I didn't think I was, but I am. I did. Thank you, Jesus, for being with me in those moments. Until next week. May the God who sees you just fill you with His grace and His peace and inspire you with just one thing to step back and refill yourself with. If you'd like a little bit of extra encouragement this week, please go to bit.ly/momlifedevotions to access our backlog of devotions. Get a new one delivered to your email every Monday if you subscribe. And I'll also notify you of new episodes so you don't have to stalk me on your podcast app. Bye. Hey beautiful, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share this with a mom who is wading through those mounds of laundry and dishes and wishing for just a little me time? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. Your review helps other moms find the show, and it makes my day to know this podcast has helped you. Well, it's time for me to wash more dishes and cook more food. I'll meet you next Wednesday for another episode. Until then, may the God of peace fill you with His grace.